What's up, everybody? It's KamTendo. Today we're going to do a two-part discussion series. Part 1 is going to be about online features, where I talk about what I personally want to see, and part 2 is going to be with you guys. I want you guys to comment down below what you want to see, and I'm going to go over them and read them in the next video. But before we dive into the discussion, let's go into our comment of the day, who is from Ocean Man's Basement, saying, I'm going to say my favorite theme is Ocean Crowsman's theme because it's an absolute banger of a song, which I've got a lot of, comments about that. Ocean Crowsman really is a really cool legendary, and it has a really cool theme. I really like the chorus that are going around with it. But again, personally, my favorite's the Gen 5 legendary theme, and I think a close second would probably be Zacian the Zamazentas, because I love how they incorporated wolf howling into the mix. That was really, really cool. But as for today's comment of the day question, it's going to be, who is your favorite villain theme? Not evil team, but like the villain, like Getsus or Giovanni or Chairman Rose, if you want to call him a villain. And of course, we're going to answer that in the next video, which is going to be with you guys. So yeah, let's dive into today's discussion. Okay, so online features were of course introduced in Gen 4, and the big online thing with Gen 4 was of course online battles, but on top of that we also had the underground online features, which are sorely missing in BDSP, but it's happened, it's past, we can't really do anything about it. But if you guys don't remember, in Gen 4 you were able to do mini games with your friends, you were able to lay traps, you were able to run around with your friends and do like capture the flag and stuff like that, and it really made connecting with people really, really fun. And then in Gen 5, we of course went back to battling, and then we also had the Etrolink system, which I don't know if that was more of a LAN thing rather than an online thing, but you were still able to connect with your friends and stuff. And then we also had like the Dream World and stuff like that. And then Gen 6 comes around, and it is the biggest online thing we have ever experienced thus far. The player search system. The player search system was this really cool online feature where you had friends, acquaintances, and passerbys. And the way it worked was you had passerbys on the bottom screen. They signify all the people online that are currently online playing the game along with you. You had acquaintances who were people that you've played with at least once or twice. Then you had friends, and the friends were acquaintances that you've decided, hey, I want to be your friend because you seem like a cool guy. You could of course add them. They would be added to your 3DS friends list. You could voice chat with them, you could exchange PR videos with any of the three, but I really had a connection with the people that were on my friends list, and we really, to this day, I still talk to some of them. We still, communicate, but we talked, we would trade shiny mons, they would help me, complete the Pokedex and stuff, and PSS was a really cool system. Another cool thing about it was that if your trainer was wearing customized clothes, they would show up on the PSS, and for some reason, they removed this from ORAS. I don't know why. It was really weird to me. Customization should have been in ORAS to begin with, but I digress. Point being, PSS was probably the best online system we've ever had, and to this day, hands down, still probably the best online system we've ever had, we might ever get. So we're moving on to Generation 7. Now Generation 7 introduced us to the Festival Plaza, which is kind of a callback to Gen 4, which I forgot to mention previously, but Gen 4 had this place, I don't remember the name of it, but you could go there and you could do parades and stuff. There would be like a Mew parade and different stuff like that. When I was a kid, I used to think that you got a free Mew from for participating, but I was sorely mistaken from that. It still eats me up, but I digress. We have Festival Plaza, and Festival Plaza was a very, very, very worst parody of the PSS. My biggest complaint with the Festival Plaza was that we had to leave the main story to go to this area just to trade and battle our friends. And I think they realized how stupid that was because they got rid of it in Sword and Shield. But again, you had to leave the game, go to the separate area, connect to the internet, your friends would spawn, but they all had like this weird dialogue. You could no longer voice chat, which is weird because it was still on the 3DS, but you could no longer voice chat. But it was still really weird because you could no longer voice chat, you could no longer like exchange videos. That was like a Gen 6 thing. You could no longer do PR videos, you could no longer voice chat. Trading was still there, but it was really hard to just find that friend that's also connected online and, connect with them, because it was like randomized who would spawn into the plaza. It would either be your people from your friends list or just randomized people, and then your friend would be on like the other side of the plaza. You would have to like run around to get them. It was a mess. Then there was like the VIP list and things like that, and it really, really sucked. Like Festival Plaza was a big mistake, and it was annoying. I really hated moving around and stuff like that, having to abandon abandon the game. Like if I was shiny hunting or something, I would have to like leave that behind, go to the festival plaza. It just wasn't that good of a online system. I know they regret it because they got rid of it next gen, and hopefully we never go back to this whole go to a separate area to play with friends ever again. Now, when it comes to Generation 8, we got introduced to the YCOM. Now, the YCOM was kind of a watered down PSS system because you couldn't talk with friends, which I know I keep bringing it up, and I'm not obsessed with talking to people. Trust me, I have anxiety. But you couldn't talk with friends, and they introduced this feature, this system in Let's Go, which seems to stay to this day, even with Legends Arceus. They introduced the code system. Now, the code system is like, if you want to battle somebody, since there are so many people online, you have to distinguish a code between the two of you. Now, I'm a simple man. I like to make my code something simple. Me and my friends, if we want to use a code, we'll go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or like 11155 or something like that. You have like a 50-50 chance of actually meeting with your friend or being partnered with some random person that also used that code. I don't know why they're so insistent on the code system, because it's proven time and time again for the past 4 games they've done this with, 4 or 3, but they've proven time and time again that this just doesn't work. It's just a really poorly implemented system, and they should honestly just give us a similar system to the PSS where we had a friends list of people online that we can just access a quick menu and just select a friend, and then it sends a code over to the friends game saying, hey, so and so would like the battle, do you accept, do you decline? I feel like that in itself is a lot better to implement than just you both have to be online and enter a code and then hopefully you match. That just doesn't seem logical to me. Like it just doesn't seem like something that they just have to avoid. They really love this whole code system that they're doing, and I pray that it's not in Scarlet and Violet. But that's what we're here to talk about. What do I personally want for them? I've already mentioned it before. I want a similar PSS system to what we had in X and Y and ORAS. Does it have to have talking? No, it doesn't. Does it have to have exchanging PR videos? Kalos exclusive? No, those were kind of cringe anyway, if you ask me. But I would really like to have that option of just seeing new people, acquaintances, and friends, especially my friends list, because I don't know why, but playing X and Y, I got this sense of livelihood. My only one that, got that, it was like, you're playing connected to the PSS, you just feel this like strange feeling of other people on an adventure doing the same thing as you, and it felt really good. And I was kind of missing in Sun and Moon because of the whole festival plaza. All of your friends suddenly become static NPCs that all repeat the same like 2 or 3 phases. It was really sad. I got this feeling a tiny bit in Sword and Shield. The big takeaway from Sword and Shield was that in the wild area and in the DLC areas, all these players would just appear. You couldn't even talk to them all that much. You couldn't interact with them. There was no like chat. I'm not asking for the game to become an MMO, but I am saying that I would really like the option to talk to people. I feel like we shouldn't have to feel so gated off. And Pokemon is so focused on this whole be with your friends, trading, battling together. Why do we have to feel so separated in this new era of Pokemon? The perfect system was X and Y because we could talk to each other. We can literally like text each other through the PSS system. And it was really, really fun. And I got to meet so many new people. And the thing is, I don't have to worry about things like curse words because they had a censorship feature in X and Y. You couldn't say curse words. You couldn't say sexual things. Problem existed, and they got rid of it in that same game. So why is it now that it's such a forbidden thing for them to ever bring back? It just feels really, really dumb to me. But that's pretty much it. Again, I want to read your guys' comments on how you feel about the online system in Pokemon, and we're going to go over that in the next video. So if you guys are cool with that, I would really like to hear your guys' thoughts on the situation. It's exam week for me, so I'm going to be a bit busier than usual. So that's why my videos are kind of sporadic right now. But again, I'm really excited to talk to you guys. I'm really excited to make this next video because it's going to be with you guys. It's going to be about you guys and what you guys think. So if you guys are cool with that, my name's KamTendo. I'm going to be studying and signing out right now, and I will see you guys when I see you. Be excited for the next video. Bye.